How you doing guys today? I'm here to show you guys how to fix your Xbox 360 power supply, and this is for the Xbox 360 Slim power supply. As you can see, the Slim has only one prong, one jack, as the Xbox Slim 360 has two. And this works for both, but I'm gonna show you guys. And if you connect the power to it, you don't get a light, you don't get a yellow, red, or no signal. It's absolutely off. So if this is the case, you can keep watching this video. I'm going to show you guys how to fix it. First thing first, you want to turn it over and you want to remove these plastic gummy legs that they have in each corner. To remove those, you can do it with a finger, or if not, just grab a spiky thing to spike them right in underneath and then lift it up. That way you can just lift it up. Do that for every one of them. Just remove each one of those. Alright. There we go. Once you remove this, you have to remove these 4 screws. And these screws are special. They have a lock in them. There's a little pin in the middle of the screw. You won't be able to see it. It's right inside. So even if I focus, it's really hard to see it. So you need this special screw that has a little hole inside. So with those, you can actually open it. So let's go unscrew. The main thing is try to unscrew the screws at the bottom. Alright. Just gonna clean up my workstation. There we go. Alright, once you unscrew the screws, flip it back over. Now you're gonna separate top and the bottom slowly. Watch out for the cable that goes from the top to the bottom. That's the fan. There's a fan right on the top side. You might want to go ahead and unplug the fan and put this top cover to one side. Now, before anything, I would just recommend you to grab a screwdriver, and you're gonna see this capacitor right there in the middle. There's only one, like a big black thing, like a battery type. And grab your screwdriver and just put it between the legs. You're just shortening the legs. And so if there is any charge in this capacitor, it just discharge right away. And if it does a spark, don't worry about it. Just do it for 1 second. It won't kill you or anything. Just do that and that's it. This one has no charge, so that means you're okay to touch it. Sometimes this capacitor hold that charge for a long time. So we gotta remove the board from the plastic. Just unhook the power plate thing. Put your screwdriver right at the bottom side and just pop open the top side. I usually like to put a working towel on the bottom so I can work on this, not scratch the table. So let me see if I can focus better right there. Now, most of the case, what happens with this puzzle, if you don't have a power, you get a messed up capacitor. You can remove this plastic things. This is just thermal paste silicone. As you can see, this capacitor is just kind of blown away. So it's just kind of flat on the top. Just is about to explode. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna replace this capacitor first thing first. You have to replace that. In order to replace it, we have to remove the back cover. This aluminum heat dissipating sheet. In order to remove it, you have to unsolder this side and unsolder the other side of it. I'm gonna go ahead and unsolder both of this side and remove this aluminum sheet or metal sheet. I'm just gonna do it right over here. Show you guys. Drop the other one. So what I did, pretty much with my heat gun, I heat up the corner and unhooked it. Same thing for this side. Heat it up and just lift it up. And this is the bottom side. So what do we want to do? We want to desolder the capacitor here. So we're going to lift the capacitor a little bit. And we're going to just try to see where the legs end up in the other side. So these two legs are pretty much these two right here. This one and that one over there. These two. So we're going to desolder this and unhook this capacitor from there. So I'm just going to do that. That's done. Now I took the capacitor away from the board, and this is a dead capacitor that we have. And I have new capacitors here. So the difference between a new one and the exploded one, you can see the difference right there. On the top side, this one is flat and this one is blown away. So that's how you know if the capacitors are going bad. That's why they have this cut here. So as soon as the capacitor goes bad, it just starts lifting up. So the cuts make it easy for the capacitor to just pull on this way, not the other way. So I'm just going to go ahead and solder the new capacitor in place. Alright, now I got the new capacitor in place. So what are we going to do right now? Let me see if I can get my manual focus in place. So now we're going to turn it on and see if we get a power this time. We should get a power, I'm guessing, but let's see it. Oh, there's still no power. So that means there is one more thing that is not working well with this one. So it could be the fuse right in the corner that is blown up too. So I'm gonna check that out right now and I'll be back. Now that we changed the capacitor and I was looking into the problem and it did work out that the fuse that is right there in the corner, this black box right there, that's a 4 amp fuse. It is actually a 5 amp or 4 amp fuse. So that one was blown up too. So if you guys don't have this one to replace, you can just actually shorten the legs on the bottom side. Just like this one right here. As you can see right over here. You can just put a cable, put a low gauge cable, so in case if it just overcharge, it just blows up the cable, so it won't damage anything else. So pretty much I just shorten the legs on the fuse, so pretty much create a new fuse down on the bottom side. And with a new capacitor right there, now we do actually get a light, standby light, and it's working. I think you guys can see it right there. That's a light right there. Now you gotta put it back together, and that's it. Once you plug it in, just make sure don't touch the bottom side, because the capacitor has a charge in it, and if you want to discharge it, I'll show you guys how to discharge. If you want to discharge a capacitor right there, it's just gonna make a bang noise. There you go. Yes, just there's a fume going on, but there's nothing bad about this. That's just discharging the capacitor. It won't do anything else to any other component. You don't want that electricity going through to you. So even after plugging in, the capacitor is right there discharging. Now we're gonna put the bottom cover. I almost forgot. I'm gonna solder it back together. Alright, now that we solder back down the legs right there, we're gonna put it back together. So grab the bottom side, put the side that the cord side first. Always make sure put the cord side down first, and put the cable right there, and you have to push down the capacitor side down. You might have to use excess force. Now at the top side, put the jack for the fan. You can't go wrong with that. There's only one way that goes in. Right, now we're gonna put the top cover down, flip over, and put all the screws in. And this is the fastest way to fix your, not the proper way. If you want to do it really proper, you might want to find that fuse that is blown away, but I really see it unnecessary to find it, as if you put a low gauge cable, it does the same job. So just because of that, I cannot say proper way. But regarding to the capacitor, that's a proper way of changing the dead capacitor. So if you guys like this video and helped you guys out, please subscribe and give likes, and it really helps and motivates for me to answer any questions, take requests, and I do give prizes away after reaching to certain subscriptors. So I really appreciate your help, guys. Thanks for watching.